Okay, here we go. Have another story. This one's called My Home. It's a little golden book. Here we begin. If I were a deer, I would make my home in a forest that's shady and cool. If I were a frog, I'd live by the side of a clear and shimmering pool. There's a deer, there's a frog. If I were a bird, I would build my nest high on the branch of a tree, and a small, busy hive would be my home if I were a buzzing bee. There's a bee. If I were a gopher, I'd burrow right down in the earth so snug and deep. And if I were a bear, I'd find a spot in a cave for my winter sleep. I'm going to try to show you guys the pictures too. We'll figure this out. If I were a tiger, I'd make my home in a jungle thick with trees. And if I were a whale, I'd live and roam in the depths of the vast blue seas. Ooh, look at that tiger. And the whale. If I were a cow, I'd live on a farm with hens and hogs and sheep, and a big red barn with sweet-smelling hay would shelter me when I sleep. Look at the pig and the rooster and the cows. And the barn with the cow. Did you see that kitten there too? If I were a horse, I'd live in a stable with a pasture near my door. And if I were a clam, I'd live in the sand on a white and glistening shore. Look at that horsey. And the kids at the beach. But I'm not a clam, or a lamb, or a frog, or a bird who lives in a tree. And I'm not a horse, or a hen, or a hog, or a little brown gopher. I'm me. I can't live in a cave, as some animals can, or high on the branch of a tree. And I can't burrow down in the hole in the ground, or live in the depths of the sea. Look at him, isn't he cute? And all the animals. But I could live in a home on the top of a hill, in a cottage beside the shore. I could live in a house with a big front porch and a garden near my door. Look at those pretty houses. Aren't those beautiful? I could live in a trailer that moves all about the beautiful countryside. I could live in a houseboat that drifts slowly by on rivers so deep and wide. Ooh, both of those sound fun to do. I could live on a farm in a house that's small, near fields of golden wheat, or high in a building that stands so tall on a bustling city street. I could live in a cabin of rustic logs high on a mountain top, or in a bright sunny rooms that stand behind a quaint little grocery shop. It doesn't matter at all if my home's big or small, if it's brown or yellow or white. It doesn't matter at all if it's narrow or tall, or if it's pretty, or if it's bright. It doesn't matter at all if my home's on a hill or down by the deep blue sea, as long as it's filled with people I love and people who also love me. Now I like that story. That's a good one. The end. See you next time. Bye-bye.